It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Washington football team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Gibson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Sony Michel, his first carry.
What a luxury to have a guy. Like this, who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
First down, Washington.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd and inches, Prescott. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nighthawks, nothing.
Prescott off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now back to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Runs over him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And the Washington first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A carry for Gibson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9 now. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. A handoff for Gibson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action now. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side, it's Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And again, it's Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Nighthawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. They'll run. It's Gibson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 113 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run here with Gibson. Bulldozes past him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this third quarter of play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for second down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry by Elliott. Breaks the tackle, now with Alley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On play action, Prescott. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Just a yard to go here on second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run the counter. Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gibson again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right?
Yeah,
if you know,
on him.
Right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And here's a give to Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And Washington has retaken the lead. They'll look to throw, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second and 4. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Prescott. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Flush to his right. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A first down throw for Prescott. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll like fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Dak. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Dak. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year.